What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the
What up, y'all?
Fishy Den with your boy Big Tank.
Yep.
Hey,
OZZIE from All in
look
Tank,
who we
baby,
got.
right here.
Look who we got over there. OZZIE Octane. OZZIE Octane. As you
Yes,
see
sir.
on my little pre-deal earlier, I said, who is OZZIE Octane? And if you want to know to check in, let me turn that volume down. There we go.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the same thing. I gotta do the same thing. I have my volume on my phone.
Right. See who we got.
Right.
Anthony Fisher Friends. What's up, man? Ian, I see you in the house. What's happening? What's happening? Carrie Habercorn. You say you lurking, doing some water changes. Thank you for being here. Griffin, thank you, thank you. Kaylor's in the house. Thank you for visiting us,
Bob
sir.
Kaylor in the house?
Thank you. He's in the house. He's in the house. Thank you for visiting us, sir. All right.
Yes, sir.
See, we got 9 eyes on us. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? How has this day been to you? And I hope it's been wonderful. If not, hopefully tonight we can make it a little bit better. OZZIE, how you doing,
Yes, sir.
man? How you doing? How you and the family
I'm doing, I'm doing pretty well. You know what I mean? Right now, it's kind of a tricky time because my kids, we're homeschooling the kids. So we're getting everything set up for them because they start next week.
Okay.
So I got to set up, a little laptop station for my son, a little laptop station for my daughter because they're both being homeschooled. And I'm in the middle of figuring out that new schedule that's going to be created because of this. So, things right now has been a little hectic, but it's a good hectic. It's not like a bad hectic. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's all about just making sure that my children are getting the best education possible while they're at home.
Yeah, especially. I mean, it's making it real tricky, real tricky. And I'm glad to see that's number one on y'all's mind, because man, there's a lot of people that don't have any idea right now what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, you're right. There's so much going on in this country right now. Big Tank, I'm telling you, man, like people are getting evicted out of their homes with children, old people, and it's down in Houston, in Texas. I seen this little piece.
Most definitely.
I seen this little piece. There's a lot of unrest in this country right now. So I feel blessed that my family and I can kind of live with some normalcy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can identify with that one.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I live in Rochester, New York. And I don't know if y'all heard about the black man that was killed back in March before George Floyd. His name is Daniel Prude. And he was murdered by Rochester Police Department. So now I don't want to switch the gears, but I feel like I have to say this because it's important and it's going on in my city. There's a lot of protests. I think it's going to become as bad as like how it got with Minneapolis, then the Twin Cities, because of what happened with George Floyd.
Yeah.
Come to find out, George Floyd wasn't the first one, the first mainstream victim of police brutality. It was Daniel Prude because he got killed back in March.
Okay. And that one just didn't get as much publicity. Yeah.
No, they hid it. There's a big conspiracy. The cops, they tried to file it away. And they told the captain told our mayor, according to her, that he died from an overdose. But the family's lawyer finally got a subpoena to watch the footage, the body cam footage, and it clearly shows that they murdered him. So they were like doing some corrupt stuff, and now it's blowing up. Now the whole thing's blowing up, and there's been protests for like the last 3 days.
Yeah, it is definitely a crazy time, man. And I mean, it's unprecedented, and we have to find a way in the midst of to still keep that joy. And I mean, it's gonna sound crazy to a lot of people, but to keep the joy, man, keep the smiles, you know, keep showing love, because I see in you, you know, a lot of what I see in myself. And Mr. Bob Kaler, how you doing, sir? The Heart's biggest Texas, and I say Texas because I live here. You know, to keep people fired up, man, keep people energized, you know, keep people moving forward, keep people knowing that, you know, that you have to hit your lowest before you can hit your highest. You know what I'm saying? It must be the darkest. It's the darkest before it's the dawn. You know, we have to always hold on to that.
Absolutely. I like what you said there. It's always the darkest right before the dawn. That's the truth. That's the truth. I've always been open with my life, you know. I'm a recovered addict and alcoholic, a recovering addict and alcoholic. And that spun my life into a roller coaster. You know, before I met Tiffany, my life was kind of like a loop. You know what I mean? It was a loop. And till I met Tiffany, you know what I mean? I met Tiffany back in 2009. And ever since we met, you know, we fell for one another. We ended up deciding to start a family. She had a son already. She was actually, her marriage was ending by the time we met. So she ended up getting a divorce. We ended up getting together and we had a son. You know, I had my stepson, and then we had a daughter, you know, and we've been together 11 years, you know. She saved my life. I could really say with confidence that woman saved my life.
Amen.
In more ways than one.
Man, it's such a beautiful thing, man. You know, marriage, relationship period, but especially marriage, man. People are nowadays getting so far away from realizing what marriage actually is. You know, men and women, you know, we're made different because we both have things that we need from each other. When we come together, it makes you stronger. You know, a man who's supposed to be a hard charger, he can go forward without having to worry about what's behind him because he has a wife. Right. What's happening, Ryan? What's happening, man? What's going on? That's my co-worker, y'all. He works at the prison also. Ryan? You know, we have to be able to know that we have somebody that has our back. Man, my wife and I, we met 20 years ago. We knew each other 3 months, got married. I told her like this. I said, we gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. I didn't even know her yet, really. You know, I said, we're gonna skip the preliminaries. I mean, she was like, okay, that's 20. You know, we came
but you
together.
You knew in your heart. You knew in your heart, though. You knew in your heart.
Exactly. I had things I was going through and had been through. She had things that she was going through at the time. And we met at the heart. We literally met at the heart. So, you know, my spirit man was telling me, hey, that's yours right there. Mm-hmm. Also, though, not keeping a secret with me, hey, it's not going to be easy. You know, there's some things you've already been enlightened to. There's some things going on y'all got to deal with, but that's going to be your future. I didn't have any kids. I was 27 years old. She had a little girl, Stacy, my oldest, who was 25. Right. She actually turned 25 on the 30th of last month. She was my first child.
That's beautiful. Happy belated birthday.
We have 3, 25, 19, and 17. And
my oldest is 19.
Ironically.
Yeah, I know, right?
Getting out there in the real world, trying to get it, you know. Hey, we're gonna switch some gears here a little bit. because I want everybody to know about. They know about All In Tanks, OZZIE. You know, and you sprinkle them a little bit. You know, with your let them know about you. You know, dabbling in hip hop a little bit. Give us the roots. You know, of a young OZZIE getting into hip hop. You know, the road that led you there. Key points you hit. You know, heights in it. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little insight on that. Aqua Balls, what's going on?
Absolutely, I would love to. Well, my love for music actually started when I was really, really young. I had to be around like 7, 8 years old. I was actually younger than what my daughter is now when I was listening to actual hip hop music. I had older brothers, and they were a huge influence on me because that's all I had. My dad was always working. My mom was always busy. You know what I mean? So I had my 2 brothers that I looked up to, and my parents had built-in babysitters with my brothers as babysitters. So if they had a chance, they wouldn't be home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically they were a huge influence. They used to listen to NWA, KRS-One, Public Enemy, Black Moon, Lords of the Underground, Cypress Hill, Special Ed. You know what I mean? Like all these legends.
Real true grassroots hip hop.
Yeah, the real hip hop. So fast forward, okay, I'm in 6th grade, right? And I decided to do a cover song for a talent show at my school. And I did a rendition of House of Pain, Jump Around. And I did really well. Everybody was up, you know, cheering, you know. And I got
jumping around.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I was only 12 years old when I did this.
Okay.
You know, I'm up there rapping, walking around with the mic, just, you know what I mean? Like it was like I felt like I was born to do this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm gonna fast forward it through the years. You know, I was still listening to music. And then when I was 14 years old, I actually moved out of the house. I was welcome to still come home, but I decided to do it. You know what I mean? Because I felt like I had to go. I had to see the world. I couldn't just sit still. So I would go from place to place, you know, through friends' houses, here and there. Then I ended up in a place called Gananda. Gananda is probably like, ironically, One Fish, Two Fish lives out there too, but it's like 10 minutes from here. And I met this kid. His name was what was his name? Jay. His name was Jay, and he ended up making beats, right? So I went to his house. This is the beginning of when I started to record, right? And I recorded my first song I ever recorded was in 1997 when I was 16 years old.
Man,
and
I graduated high school in 90.
I was 16 years old when I first did my first album.
Okay.
And I did a single. It was called Straight Up. That was a single. And then I did the album. I did like a 12-song album. It was just underground. It was actually a tape. I had it on a cassette tape. I didn't even have it on a CD or nothing. It was back then when we used to play cassettes, you know. And then we had an AIDS, or the Gananda school had an AIDS benefit concert, and I had 2 of my friends that wanted to join me as like a group, you know, like they were supporting me and stuff. So Jay, you know, he got the connection through the school, and they wanted me to perform my single for an AIDS benefit concert. So I ended up doing that, and which was amazing. I had the whole gymnasium on their feet again. So it was like, you know, that feeling I got for doing music was just amazing, you know, and it was all for free. You know, it was a benefit concert. So it was for HIV. So it was good to give back. You know what I mean? Everybody
Yeah,
had a good
yeah.
time. And I'm gonna fast forward to 2003. 2003, 2004. That's when I got with a really, really close friend of mine. His name is Hafiz. His real name is Will, but he goes by Hafiz. And he ended up getting a gig at the Penny Arcade. It's like it's not standing anymore. Rochester, New York. It was one of the best classic venues that we have here in Rochester. And it
Okay.
was right near the beach, Charlotte Beach.
So the name of
And
it was Penny Arcade?
yeah, it was called the Penny Arcade.
Okay.
And he ended up giving me the opportunity to make an album. So I was making music again because I took a little break. So I ended up making music, and I came out with this song called "The Gas Chamber," and it was amazing. I got a super positive reaction, reviews. Everybody, we had the place full. Um, when I got up there, it was like riding a bike. You know, I knew I wanted to do this. You know, it was just amazing. And after that, fast forward to 2013, because I actually didn't want to do it. Like my life was spinning out of control toward like in between 2005 and 2007. So when in 2007, I got my stuff. You know, I was good. I was doing well. And then I ended up meeting Tiffany in 2009. So and then after that, let's fast forward to 2013. In 2013, I ended up having the opportunity to perform in some venues in Canandaigua, a few here in Rochester. You know, so I was getting my name back out there with a lot of people, the who's in Rochester. You know, so I had the opportunity to professionally spread my wings to perform.
Amen. And not a lot of people get, especially in hip hop, man. It has always been so saturated. Not everybody get those opportunities.
Absolutely, and absolutely, you're right, and it's sad because I've seen people that go up there and they're not that good. You know, it's sad because you see them. You know, you see potential in them. You know, and you want to help them. And I did do that. I mentored this kid Steve, and at the end of the day, after all the mentoring, after all the knowledge I gave him, I was received with a knife in the back. But I'm not gonna, tell that story. That's a whole
Yeah.
nother story. But I saw
it's also
potential in him.
it's a hip hop story because that's part of it.
It is, and there's no ill will on my side. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not gonna cry about it or, say this and that. But I got a big heart. If I see somebody that needs something, or that I see that they have potential, especially with hip hop, I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them write. I'm going to help them edit. I'm going to help them record. You know what I mean? And but music is super, super important to me. And this is where Tiffany and fish keeping comes in, because if you fast forward to now, like at first I was real hesitant. I was real hesitant to not do fish keeping. You could even ask her. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm just doing my music, and you could do the fish. I would keep telling Tiffany, and then Tiffany would just say, come on, you will like it. You will like it. I know you will like it. You know what I'm saying? And then she's just like, thank you, Lisa. She was like, come on, I know, just give it a try. Give it a try, baby. I know you're going to like it. And I kept saying no. And then one day she asked me to help her with her water change, because of the buckets. I'm not going to have my wife be carrying buckets, You know what I mean? So I help her. And then I end up just at first I was just sitting around just watching her on my phone, watching her, you know, feed the fish or whatnot. And then slowly but surely, you know, she was like, can you watch the show with me? You know, just watch the show. And I believe the show was King and Queen Cichlids with Scott.
Yeah.
And Liz. I believe it was him and her and KG Tropicals. Those were like the first two because they were like, she wanted to show me fish channels that were couples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she started showing me channels like Bob Kaler. She started showing me channels like Aquafunk because Aquafunk was really close with Scott and he was always in the live, and Rob 93 as well. So slowly but surely, every Thursday we would have date night, we would call it, and we would chill out and watch, you know, the Fish Tube lineup on Thursday nights. So, and Sundays. But and that's pretty much how she at first it was just watching and learning, you know, and she just got me into it. I started thinking about one day I just thought about, wait a minute, I could have my own tank. You know, I could do my own thing. You know, I could skate anything. You know, I could do whatever I want with a tank because we ended up getting a tank from this kid, Billy. And she was like, baby, that's your tank. You can do whatever you want with it. I was like, really? So when then, you know, I started slowly getting into it and I started to slowly enjoy the fish, you know, and it just was right. And when I introduced myself into the fish community, like you guys just accepted me with open arms and you know, the reception that you guys gave me is amazing. The energy is amazing. There's a lot of wonderful people in fish keeping, a lot of stand-up people. You know, usually I'm leery with people. You know what I mean? I'm usually, because I have anxiety, I have depression, I'm bipolar 1, and I have PTSD. But fish keeping, along with my medication, you know, it helps me stay balanced like this. You know what I mean? Just a straight balance, steady. Yeah. My hands are always steady now that I'm fish keeping. You know what I mean? And now that I'm staying busy, I'm shooting videos. I'm trying to build the channel. I'm taking care of these fish. You know, I'm breeding guppies. I'm breeding shrimp. Like every day, I'm learning more and more about fish keeping. You know, and just seeing everybody's channel, I learn from this guy. I learn from this guy. I learn from this guy. I learn from you. You know what I mean? I learn from all these wonderful fish tubers, and that's what inspired me, you know, because I went all in. That's why we're called All In, because I literally spent my last dime on getting this last 29 gallon with some equipment, and I bought some fish, and I went all in to make sure, you know, that I'm dedicated to this hobby now. And the name just stuck, and that's how we got the name, you know.
And it works. It definitely works. It definitely works.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we when you see our channel, that's us literally going all in. We don't have a lot of money, but we try to make things work in a limited space and limited money.
And y'all are doing it, man. I'm very proud of y'all. Tiffany, proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I've been, you know, sitting back watching y'all do this, man, looking at your growth. And I'm nobody. You know, like I say, I'm who you get here, my videos, all of that, ADHD all over the place, you know. That's really me. You know, that's really me. And I like to cheerlead. I'm a big cheerleader. I like to see people I like to see people win. I don't like to see anybody hurting. I don't like to see people hungry, thirsty, cold, no roof over their head. I don't like it. I can't stand by, I can't stand by and watch it, man, in any way, shape, or form, man. So, when I was going through, a little bout of depression and whatnot myself, when I've been on YouTube for 5 years or so. I did fitness. I posted a link to my old channel up there if y'all want to go check it out. But I did,
for sure.
I did powerlifting and stuff like that, and a little motivational speaking. I got a few videos like that on there, but that was at one point. Then I had stopped, So, man, I ruptured my Achilles working at a juvenile detention facility, and I was sitting at home. I was sitting at home, man, and I'm real big on being able to take care of my family, and I was relegated to that Achilles controls every part of your movement. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm sitting at the
That's
house.
A career-ending injury.
It definitely is, man. I'm sitting at the house. I've never, I've broken my leg, before at one point, on my left leg, just below my kneecap. But that Achilles was a whole different animal. I can't really explain it, but I started watching YouTube videos, and somehow started watching fish stuff. And that's when I, started buying my little Walmart clear totes and putting feeder guppies in it. And I mean, all day, every day, limping around on these crutches, I was doing something. I have, little bitty clear totes to big totes.
Yeah.
I was sticking feeder guppies and everything and just killing them.
Wow.
That's not funny, y'all. But everybody know when you first get into this.
You was trying to learn.
Yeah.
You was trying to listen. If you never killed the fish, then you ain't a fish keeper. Or if you never did something, obviously accidental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't know no better. It happens. That's a part of the game. That's a part of the hobby. That's 99.99%. You know what I mean? Like that's going to happen.
That cycle is a monster, boy. That cycle is a monster. But saying, I was, you're looking at different people, and even through videos, you can feel the genuineness in some people. You have those who they're all show, and it's obvious that they're all show, and but then you have those who they're just on the video, authentic type people, and you're drawn to them. So then I found, my first live stream, which was Nathan, Sand Creek Aquatics, and
he was a good man.
He was always streaming, coming in surprise stream, and I would always be sitting in on the stream.
Yo, he used to do the Southern stream because, like, I remember one time I went on there. I think it was Big J. Big J was in there. I think it was Sand Creek, and there was two other dudes that was in there, and Roe Massey,
Griffin.
Griffin. Yep, Griffin was there too.
Caleb may have been there. Who else?
They had like the little squad.
Yeah,
Kenny. They had their little squad like at like 2 a.m.
Anthony Fisher friends, 44 Mad Guy.
Yeah, that's the dude that was in there. Yep. 44 Mad Guy, the young kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah, young kid. Yep, that was him.
I ran up on and those guys, I'm a salute. And all of you that I just mentioned that's actually on this stream, I'm a salute y'all. Because I made a Facebook Messenger group, and I put them in it. They knew each other, but I didn't know them like that. You know what I'm saying? So I made my own group and put them in it so I could talk to these dudes. Literally. Shout out again to you guys. Griffin, I see you right there. Chattanooga Ed, Anthony. Hey, y'all all pull me through this thing, man. Y'all pull me through this thing. And I think I found my groove, I sit and I talk to people. I stand and talk to people, lean and talk to people, whatever. Right. I do this way better than I make videos. Way better than I make videos. But
now you got good videos though. I give it to you, man. You know, like as you go along, like with everything else, you're gonna get better. You know what I mean? There's always room to improve. You know what I mean? Like I just recently figured out
Melvin, what's up?
Well, Melvin in the house. I just found out how to edit, like really edit, like chop it and stop it, like where the part, like where I want to delete the scene.
Yeah.
Like I just figured that out on KineMaster because I paid the $24.99 to keep the KineMaster for a whole year, so I don't got the watermark.
Okay.
And plus, it unlocks everything, everything that you got in there, all the premium add-ons, like you got it, like it unlocks everything. And I'm playing with it, getting better and better as I go. And that's what I'm saying. Like the more you mess with KineMaster, the better you're going to get. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
But it's difficult.
I need to look into it. See, I'm so, I don't want to call myself cheap, frugal. I don't even know if any of those actually work, as a good description. But I'm so about taking care of home and not wanting to take away from home. There's stuff I just don't invest in until they show me, those things show me I really need them, and then I don't mind it. I don't mind it then. But I have to really, do something to make myself interested enough to actually look at it to see if I need, it. And I need to find me some kind of slight software, because I do want to make better videos, but I first have to make myself actually make the videos. And I'm gonna put myself on blast. Yesterday I picked up some equipment from the people that I got that original 150-gallon that I was gonna put together, but I ended up selling. Well, I got the sump and the skimmer and all that stuff yesterday. Well, on tomorrow I have a tote. My old tote that I've started out with my very first videos on here. I still have that tote in the garage. I'm gonna actually put that sump. I'm gonna put that sump on, to that tote tomorrow as a filter. And I'm gonna have it up. It's gonna be pump fed, but there's gonna be gravity, like a little waterfall coming out of it down into this tote. I mean,
okay.
See, I'm not afraid to just throw some stuff together. I'm gonna make it look halfway decent, but to some people it's gonna be junk. Dude, I don't care about nothing being pretty.
Right.
I don't care.
It's your hobby, it's your world. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty. Listen, that's the beauty of fish keeping. It's an art form. It's like painting a picture on a canvas. You could paint it any way you want, as long as I believe, as long as the system works for you. Yep. That's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I don't, because you said that you were a little tight, with dough, and I could understand that. You probably live in a nice house. You got bills. You got the heat, water bills, mortgage, car payments, your kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot.
Yep.
So, you squeezing on pennies for your hobby, I could totally understand that. You know what I mean? Like that right there. Yo, what's up, RLC? We got a lot of heavy hitters in the house tonight. You know that? We got 27 people on.
And now. Thank y'all for coming in here.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming, man. Shout it out. Yo, that's what I love about the fish community. You heard? You see that? We got almost 30 people in here, and it's midnight right now, 11 o'clock Central.
And it makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel good. People, a little secret is I am an extrovert who is extremely introverted, in a sense of I don't have a lot of people before now that I actually called friends that I associated with.
Right.
When I was younger, if I went out and hung out, it was associated with alcohol when I was younger. And when I made myself, cut the drinking way back, I realized that I wasn't as social as I thought. So, I don't text people really. I don't, and it's not even a personal thing. I'm just so introverted that it comes off, sometimes negative to the people who really strive to have a relationship with me. And I have to explain to them it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. All you have to do is call me or text me, and you got me. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to me all night on the phone. You can text me. It's no problem. It's just hard for me to reach out like that. But me coming into this fish world, man, I have actual friends through these little old cameras, more friends, true friends than I had my whole life, man.
Yo,
literally,
that's
than I had
huge.
my whole life.
Yo, that's huge that you said that, bro. Cause like, I'm gonna keep it 100, and you could even ask Tiff. Yo, I said the same thing on some real ish. Like, for example, here's an example. Like you, Rob 93, Aquafunk, right? I love the rest of the community. I would love to get to know the rest of the community. I did speak to. I'm cool with Science Gal now, like getting to know her. I talked to Roberto too, RLC. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? Like Bob Kaler, he's a good dude. There's so many people like on here alone that's been a better friend to me than people that I've known for a long time. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird, man. It's like, you don't find people that nice around here where I'm at. You know what I mean?
I definitely know.
Like
definitely know, man.
New York, man, people are rude up here, man. You come up here.
Yeah, Texas. Nobody judges up north worse than we do down here in Texas. Because
for real?
We're polar opposites.
Yeah, I would think that everybody down there laid back.
No. I mean, we are. I said we're polar opposites of New York. You're like, they're like, I'm like, dude, you rude. You pass this dude here, not acknowledging he's even standing there. You don't know him. He hadn't done anything to you. Whereas us, we might be riding down the street. You just pulled out your driveway. You turn to go down the street, and a neighbor 2 houses down who you don't know is in the yard, and you're like this. You're not gonna get that. Yeah, you're not gonna get that. Up north, man, you're not getting that. I wish you would speak. They're gonna ask you what you looking at. Do I know you?
But you know what? I'm so used to that up here. You know what I mean? But I'm different. Like even though I'm from New York, I live in New York. Like when I see people I don't know, because I like people too. You know what I mean? I love to be around people. I love to socialize with people. You know what I mean? But, I always give the head. When you walk past people and you give them a head nod, to acknowledge they're there and everything. You know what I mean? Like that, Like, that's what I do when I walk around people. I'm not rude to people. I'm like, you could be a total stranger and I'll start talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I am. And sometimes it's beneficial. Like sometimes, like I'll be talking. Like one time, I was talking with somebody from a store. I forgot what store I was at, and the guy was the employee. And we were talking about headphones, and he ended up giving me a 10% discount from his card because he thought I was like mad cool. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like when you be nice to people and you're genuine with people. People know that and they feel that. You know what I mean?
You'll be surprised the doors that it opens. People talk about the cliche, where did you get more flies with honey than you do? Well, the rest of the saying, but people don't understand that that's real. You angry and rude, people are gonna let you have your space. But if you giving off positive energy, you energizing that person. My family used to talk about my kids, especially. They teenagers now, so I don't matter that much now. But when they was young, they were talking about it don't matter where I went. If I would go to the doctor with my wife and I'm sitting in the waiting room, everybody's gone. I'm in there. They come back out. I'll have a little elderly couple over here telling me all of their business. Or I got some little kids over here, you know, playing with me and talking to me. And you know, they ask me, you know them? I'm like, nope. Never met them a day in my life. I just showed them.
Right.
I showed them some attention. I gave them some time. You know, it's like I'm the kid whisperer. You know, I'm not big on like having other people's kids, but other people's kids just love me. You know, but it's just the energy. It's the energy that I give, man. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to be empty, man. I don't. I'm gonna fill you up. I don't want
kids.
You can't be empty around me.
Yeah, kids are very sensitive to stuff like that.
Hey,
positive, and they don't know.
You can have a ferocious dog. Back in my younger days, I used to bet people I can touch their dogs. They'd have these bad dogs, you know, dogs that in the neighborhood people would have stories about. And I say, man, I bet you I can touch your dog. $50. Man, you can't. Pay me.
Wow.
I'd come up to that dog. You know, I get a dog just, you know, space. I knew exactly how to approach him. You know, hey, next thing you know, I'm rubbing the chin. Now this dog is dancing around like a puppy, and they mad at the dog. You know, don't be mad at the dog.
Wow.
The dog can see, you know, the genuineness. The dog can feel it. The dog can smell it.
Absolutely.
You know, because there's no need for me to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? And dogs can tell if you're nervous, if you're anxious, they can tell all of that. Children can tell there's something, if there's something not quite right.
Yo, Lisa in the comment just said they feel safe with you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And ironically, because I don't know if you've been around long, I work in corrections. I'm a sergeant in Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And I get a whole different respect from offenders than most officers that I work with. Because I used to always tell them, I'm here to protect you from you. And they didn't have no idea what that meant at first. You know, I know what the place is. That's already compartmentalized. And then I didn't let it change me, because there's just as many officers who are affected working there as the people that are locked up there. They all become institutionalized. And I refuse for that to happen to me. So, you know, I treat them like men, and they respect the fact that these are the rules. And just like in the free world, you follow the rules, you play the game properly, things come to you.
Right.
Whether you want to call it the law of attraction, whatever, you know, people have coined it to write books to make money. Whatever you want to call it, it's human nature. And whoever you are naturally, it's hard to hide. There's a lot of good ones out there. They oh man, they'll put on a show for you, but it's hard to hide it.
Yeah. When you in there, like when somebody in there, you know what I mean? Like, for example, when I was in there, I was cool because my cousin, Nano, he was a CO, or dep. He was a dep in the visiting here downtown in Rochester. And I used to, you know what I mean? Like, if I was to hit a floor, all I gotta do is name drop my cousin, and they'll give me like the best cell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like if you treat them with respect, you know, they'll treat you with respect. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a mutual thing. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you know, I was in and out when I was younger. You know what I mean? In and out of jail. You know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. The question is, what are you doing tomorrow? You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah. The question is, what are you doing tomorrow? I never ask guys while I'm even there, what are you here for? I say, what are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? Because hey, the reality is this. I was young once. I've done a lot of foolish things where I could have had white on like anybody else that are in these institutions. Now, no secret that I'm also a Christian. And I say it like this.
Right.
I heard him before I heard sirens and handcuffs. That's the only difference between me and most people. For some reason, he decided to hold that out just long enough for me to hear him because he had something for me to do. You know,
right.
And I hope I'm doing it. I just hope I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's where the cheerleading comes from. And that's why, I tell people I call this an extended hug. Everybody that's in this chat within, the distance of my voice, I'm doing this because I want you to feel at home. I want you to feel comfortable. This is me reaching out and hugging you because people don't. Hey, I tell dudes in prison I love them, and I mean it, and I do it for shock value to start off. I say, man, I love you, and I just stand there and look at them because of my stature and my past, they know don't test me.
Right.
But I'm real. I say, no, I love you, and I know. Nobody has told you that probably in a long time.
Right.
First of all, men, we don't hear it enough.
Yeah, that's
men
true.
Don't hear it enough. Shut up and take it. Men don't hear it enough. We don't hear it enough. So I know that. Man, there go my lights. I'm in the darkness for a minute. Y'all hold on.
So you got ghosts?
Oh no, I got timers.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, yo, the lights just went off. We got a ghost in the building. That's the ghost of John Wayne. Yeah, I wanted to
all right.
I wanted to touch down on I wanted to let the people know what I've been going through the last since March, if that's okay.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Well, now that I have the support of the fish community,
Well, I'm not here.
I want to, before I explain this, I wanted to let y'all know that this comes from the heart. I'm going to explain to you guys what I've been through this year alone. And I know I have you guys' support. And here it goes. Okay. So, what's up, Big Renzo? How you doing? We got Renzo in the house. Again, I want to say thank you for all you guys that are in here supporting Big Tank Hanks Live with myself as the guest. Thank you. All right, so back in March, one of my good friends, real good friends, I've known the kid for 32 years. Okay. And after 5 years, he was dealing with something. We were both dealing on and off with substance abuse. And he was sober 5 years. We kept in contact. You know what I mean? And his cousin Wally, who, I grew up with too. We all grew up. He gives me a call and he tells me that Aaron's dead. He died. You know what I mean? And I was like, what? I was like in shock. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And he ended up ODing because he didn't use in 5 years. He ended up getting into an argument with his wife, and he ran into a mutual friend that we both know, and he ended up connecting. And when he went to go use, he fell and he OD'd. He was done. That's what I was told, And that right there, like, broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a huge loss for me. And I couldn't even be there. You know what I mean? I couldn't even be there for the memorial or nothing because this happened at the height of the COVID. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, he had to get cremated and everything, That's just one that happened this year. So fast forward to July, my brother's birthday. One of my best friends that I grew up with, who was in the same circle that I've known for 34 years. Thank you, Peaceful Aqua. I appreciate that. He was killed. He was shot in the neck and in the head. My best friend, my brother.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I mean? He was like a brother to me. He got killed. Street violence, random, senseless. He wasn't even doing nothing. He was just standing in a parking lot with his girlfriend and a friend, and they just roll up and shot him, just random, you know? So I had to, you know, carry him to his final resting spot. You know what I mean? I had to go to his funeral. At least, you know, I got to say goodbye to him. You know what I mean?
Amen.
And yeah. Shortly after that, 2 days after that, I ended up losing my aunt, you know, who was I was really close with. So that's the third death. And I had another friend die who I grew up with too. I wasn't really close with him, but we were still, you know, mutual friends. His name was Joe Lombardo.
Yeah.
He passed away too. He's gone too, you know. And then we just had to bury my wife's brother 2.5 weeks ago. So I've been through all this loss. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've been through all this loss because Tiffany been right there every step of the way with me. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for fish keeping to help me stay busy, you know, I probably would have relapsed, you know. I probably would have relapsed, and
Amen.
who knows what would happen, you know. So fish keeping, you know, and
Most
my
definitely.
wife has been huge on helping me keep it together. And
Amen.
the last part, this is crazy right here, and I'm gonna tell you this is private, and I feel comfortable enough to tell you in the fish community that my mother is real sick too. She's on her last leg of life, you know, and we found out that she has breast cancer, you know, so my mom is teetering, you know, and just all this loss, I don't know how I get through it. I just kind of just get through it, you know what I mean? I don't want this, you know, I don't want this to make it seem like down. I'm saying this because maybe I needed to say this.
Yeah, yes, you do. You do.
You know,
you do. This platform is for this, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You're not alone. If you've seen in this chat while you're talking all of the losses,
yeah,
people, this is one of the reasons I do this, people. The fish hobby goes a whole lot deeper than just whether you like stratum or whatever, you know, type of substrate, whether you have pothos in your tank or whether you have anubias. It goes a lot deeper than that. It's people. It's people. I'm gonna tell you something, man. The end of April, my best friend, we met at like 4 years old, 5 years old. So I've been knowing him over 40 years. His mother was like my mother. She passed away the end of April. That's April.
And I'm sorry.
My father-in-law passed away the day after Mother's Day. That's May. Nathan, who pulled me out of a chat, put me on his show, and who I talked to all the time behind the scenes, and I had to watch him break down and degrade while on camera, but yet still being so full of joy and so full of energy. A young man that I coached in Little League football, my son's age, died in a car wreck.
Wow.
A young man who was a minister in the church that I preached at died to this pandemic, left his 10-year-old son. How many is that? About 5, bro? Trust me.
Yeah, about that.
You're not by yourself, man. Don't ever feel alone. Don't ever feel ashamed about having feelings. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not here.
Yeah.
Not here.
I appreciate
Somebody
that. You know what I mean?
always has you, man. You can, like I said, you can hit me up at any time, and I'm pretty sure everybody here in this chat feel the same way. God bless,
Absolutely.
man.
You know,
God bless you. You're not alone.
thank you. And I wanted to say, I really mean that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that from the heart. And I see that everybody, you know, was saying in the chat that they lost somebody. And I just wanted to give y'all my condolences for your loss, you know, for everybody that said they lost somebody in the, you know, in the chat. Um, I, you know, from here on out, uh, I just focus on the kids, like I mentioned earlier, and focus with my wife on this beautiful hobby. Focus with focusing on the things that would make everybody that I lost proud and happy, you know, um, because it's no secret, you know, that I was in my music. I share about my life and I share about my substance abuse and my alcohol in the past. Um, but I'm proud to say I've been sober 8 months, you know, and before that I was sober like a year, you know, so they're getting further apart. But you know, I'm definitely in that place where I feel like inner peace. You know what I mean? Like I feel that inner peace now where I felt before, I felt like there was something missing in my life. Um, with this community and with all the wonderful people, friends, family that stepped forward and was there for me. You know, it really changed my outlook and helped me get through the struggle. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, with all these people that I love that are gone, it's like I feel like I'm in shock still. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're still here. You know what I mean? Even though they're gone. Um, I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. But
Oh
I
no,
know every
it's
day,
understandable.
every day that I do wake up, I feel blessed and I'm happy, and having this hobby. I never thought that I would be a natural for this. You know what I mean? Like I showed you my tank with the plants, didn't I?
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
green plants, like that right there. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know. I put these plants right in my tank. Let them do their thing. Now it's just so lush, so green. All my little shrimp are happy. My little coolie loaches are happy. All my guppies are happy. So I really count. You know what I mean? I really count on a lot of you guys who I'm close with, my wife and my fish and my pets, my dog Otis. He's a hero too, man. Because like when I'm down, I just hold him. We saved him from Lollipop Farm. He only has one eye. You know what I mean? And he's just a tough guy. He only got like 6 teeth. He's old. But we love him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just our little man. I wouldn't trade. I'm gonna tell you something, Hank. I wouldn't trade my life right now and everything that I went through for anything. If I had the chance, if I had the chance to press rewind, if God gave me the opportunity, I would say, nah, I'm good. I'm good right where I'm at.
All of these experiences are on a path. All these experiences are directing us. All of them. People, I'm going to give you an example. And this is the easiest one I found to give people. I've been a weightlifter for over 20 plus years. One thing I learned is to make a muscle stronger, you have to tear that muscle up. You have to stress that muscle. You have to break that muscle down. You have to experience pain in order for it to get bigger, for it to be rounder, for it to be fuller, for it to be stronger. It has to go through a breaking down. We as people, only way you can grow, think about it as a youngster. Think about it as a youngster, man, when puberty and all that is hitting and you don't understand nothing. Why is this happening like this? You know, to me, it's all taking you to the place to become a functional and hopefully moral adult. Some, you know, it takes longer than others, but we have to go through something. We have to go through something in order to be a better person, in order to get somewhere. You have to. You have to.
I totally agree. I wanted to say my condolences to Aqua Balls, because he just shared something that really that's sad, and I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry for your loss.
Amen, Aqua Balls. Amen. I'm here with you, bro. I'm here with you. And to everybody else on here that has, you know, experienced these losses, man, you know, there's always somebody. You know, there's people that want you to think that nobody cares. There's a lot of people out there like that, but that's not reality. That is not our reality. Human beings were made to associate. Human beings were made to, I don't want to say necessarily be pack animals, but human beings were made to have each other. So there's always somebody out there.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
We'll close off. We'll close off, man. I'm gonna tell you, the stuff that I just told you happened to me, man. The reason y'all saw me so much the last few months is I started to suffer anxiety that I had never felt before. I could not walk through the gates at the facility that I worked at for about 3 months. Yeah. I had to be prescribed. I talked to a psychologist, then a psychiatrist. I had to be prescribed some medication just to be able to go back to my job.
Oh wow.
You know? And I just got now to where I personally feel I don't need the medication anymore. But you know, I went to one pill, then they had me taking 2. Then I went back to 1. And that 1, I just keep it in my pocket when I go to work because it's as needed anyway. Right. And you know, and I'm glad it's a non-opioid. It's like the very beginning, you know, medication that's non-addictive. But that medicine helped me go back to work. All I needed to do was get inside the doors. Because we already know the loss that I was suffering. But then the pandemic had just hit before I went on my vacation from work.
Oh, wow.
So I was gone so long, and I knew what was waiting for me inside of that.
Oh, yeah.
And my body would literally break down, dude. I couldn't get past the gates.
I know exactly how you feel, man.
But I would come back home. I would come back home and fire up YouTube. Y'all never know it. I'm in your chats talking to you. I'm watching your videos. I'm in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Giving you the thumbs up. You know, the shockers, the hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my therapy.
Right.
That was my therapy.
And
I gave more. I gave more of myself during that time when we would automatically fall into like, man, you know, I need y'all to give me. I actually started giving more of me. So I didn't focus on me at that point, you know. I just was giving, giving, you know, love. But then love started coming back to me. It started coming back to me, you know. So, hey, man, look, we have the rainy days and we have the sunshiny days. But, you know, in order for the plants to grow that we eat, that makes oxygen for us to breathe, it has to rain.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right on that. And, you know, every day that I wake up, you know, I feel blessed. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a little bit of motivation issues in the morning, and that's been here and there. Sometimes I need assistance from Tiffany to help me get motivated. You know what I mean? So it could be difficult on certain days. You know what I mean? And I think that's natural because I'm dealing with the grief. I'm dealing with a lot of grief, a lot of loss. So
and we all grieve in our own way. Don't rush it.
exactly. And I think it's just my way of grieving. You know what I mean? Because I find myself like kind of like sleeping a little more, you know what I mean, that I used to. But every day, you know, every day for me is a struggle. You know what I mean? It's a struggle to, because I want to be the best version of myself that I could be. You know what I mean? And even though I've been through all of that, I'm still going to stay positive. You know what I mean? Because there's no reason for me to get down, you know, and make myself feel like a victim. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the things that I love to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the things that, you know, my wife wants me to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of positive things that she wants me to do for me, that she wants me to do for her, for the children. You know, so I stay lately, ever since this COVID thing started, literally, it's been a blessing in disguise for my family. It really has, because I think it made us closer as a family. And it proved to me that we could survive through anything. You know what I mean? And I believe that you know, having this beautiful community, this community is just amazing. It really is, man. You know, there's a lot of people out there that gives us genuine respect, love, support. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of you guys, I watch your video. A lot of people that's in here in the comments, I always watch videos. You know what I mean? I don't comment much. I don't like comment, but I'll like the video and I'll watch the video. You know what I mean? So like, you know, right now, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, I got 2 videos coming right now. I got a fish tour video coming of, I'm not going to mention the store. I'll save that for the video. But, and then I got another video where I'm out with the fam and we're getting, like dry wood, you know what I mean? For the tanks.
Yeah. Okay,
you know, so yeah, it was nice. We walked on the pier at the beach. Oh, it was beautiful. I can't wait but see, it's like I got long videos, so I got to edit. You know what I mean? I got like a 3-minute video here, 4-minute video there, a 6-minute video here. So I got to chop it all up, and consolidate it maybe to like 12 minutes. You know what I mean? I ain't going to try to make it like that long. You know what I'm saying? I'm try to get it enough time to where it's like, it'll keep you tuned in. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be like sitting there watching like a 20-minute video or something, you know?
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm one of the people who actually like some of those long videos. You know,
right.
They'll tell you, oh man, don't make them too long, whatever. If you got some stuff going on, cause see, I usually always have something else going on while I'm watching video. You know, so I'm over there like this. I'm over there peeping sideways. Rewind. Did I miss something? You know. So I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with some of those longer videos, man. I don't.
Right. You know, one thing though, I like that what Susan said. Yes, the Rolling Stone gathers no moss. We are here to help you to move it. Word. I appreciate that, Susan. You know, that's beautiful. To Utah Ozzie. Oh yeah. Bob Taylor wanted me to send him some pasteles that my mom made.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about it.
But what I was gonna say, man, is that I find it amazing that you are a corrections officer, a minister, you know, that you got all these things going on in your life, you know what I mean? And you still have time to have, you know, you still make time to be there for your hobby and to enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? And to have a live stream too, to have a platform.
Well, my ministering is done in the prison, not actually in a church. The prison, streets, YouTube. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm gonna shine a little light for you. The way we look at religion stereotypically is not how I am. It's not how I am. I'm a spiritual person, and there's a lot of foundation for my beliefs are things that we see, we hear, we live, and we feel every day that we know as truths. We can argue and we can fight about them all you want, but you experience them. I don't have a care in the world of the name you use for God. You notice I didn't say your God or a God,
right?
Because there are gods that I'm not talking about,
right?
But I'm a very spiritual person, so you know me being in the brick and mortar. Yeah, me being in the brick and mortar, I don't feel is actually being a service to anybody except for the people that's sitting in there.
Absolutely.
And I can be a very good minister without ever telling anybody that I am one. You know, I've had people come back and say, "Hey, man, are you a preacher?" I'm like, "What made you say that?" You know, my nickname.
There you go. Oh, well, that's it.
Big preacher, big preacher, a young man I used to work out with. Big preacher, a young man I used to work out with. You know, he was one that was like, "Man, are you a minister?" And I'm like, "What make you say that?" He was like, "Man, you know, I can just tell." You know, when I used to do club security,
right?
I used to do club security. I've prayed with people in the parking lot at the club. I've prayed with people in the corner by the tall fake tree by the bar. I've prayed for DJs in the DJ booth when they just turn the lights on and people are going home.
Wow.
It's not a selfish thing, and a lot of people want to make it selfish. You should be okay with discussing spiritual and discussing, because we are here. We are here. See my hands? We are here. We got here some kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we are all connected. We're all connected. People want to separate themselves. You know, skin color, this, that, and the other. Do you realize skin color only exists because of the areas in which your particular sect of people were? You know, sunshine creates more melanin. You know, cooler temperatures need less melanin. I mean, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know, we make it something that it shouldn't be. You know, exactly. I'm so me that I have no problem showing anybody love. I don't have a problem with anybody judging me. But here's the kicker to that too. Very few people judge me in a negative manner because of my approach.
Right.
You see me coming. I don't sneak up on nobody.
It'll be kind of hard for you to sneak up on somebody, huh?
Exactly. You know, you see me coming.
Yeah.
You know, I'll face down anything. It doesn't matter to me. You know, I love everybody. I love all of y'all sitting here in this chat. I love you, bro. I love Tiffany. I know you're in there. I love y'all babies. Hey,
yo, you know what's crazy? Yo, you know what's crazy, Hank? We got 29 people, and it's an hour and 15 minutes in, and we still got 29 people in this. And that's amazing.
I've been looking at that. It hit 30, Boom, and we're staying strong. Thank y'all. I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah.
I am.
Man, that makes me feel good. That makes you feel good right there, man. Y'all is good people, man, you know, and I feel like all this support, you know, that we get, it just makes me want to continue on, man, and see how far I can extend this brand, you know, and
I got one for you, Bob.
Journey, you know. Bob said a rodeo story.
Rodeo story, yeah. He be wanting him one before I get out of here. I got one for you.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel good, man. I feel good that I shared that. You know what I mean? I think I had to get that off my chest. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like that was important.
Amen,
for me,
Susan.
you know?
Amen. Yeah, man.
Nice.
You know, when you hear people say, I ain't scared, man. I ain't scared, dude. I ain't scared, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And we all need to be less selfish. Stop looking at self so much, because if everybody's looking at each other, we lose nobody.
Right.
You lose nobody. It's when we're like this that people fall off to the wayside. There should be no reason for that. None.
Yeah, I agree with that. I heard that.
Let me hit.
I was gonna say, man, you know, besides fish keeping, lately I've been really, really, really wanting to, what she say, Ozzy, you gotta still freestyle. Maybe I will someday, baby. But I really, really, really want to do a ghost channel. I know this may sound a little far left to y'all, but I just wanted to say that I've experienced some paranormal events in my life. So I know that something is out there, that ghosts are real, because I've had something happen. So I definitely want to do like a ghost channel. And I'm kind of, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I'm kind of leaning towards also making a ghost channel. So I have my music channel, but I want to have my ghost channel where I go on ghost hunts and stuff like that to try to get some evidence.
Okay. Man, so, look, every night I'm watching Bigfoot Odysseys. I'm watching. I'm
see, you know what I mean.
when I get off here and everybody else is asleep, and I'm still up at 2, 3 in the morning. If I don't have my arms in a fish tank, I'm watching some type of paranormal show. guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. I'm not.
It is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you know, and Dead Fred, welcome, man. Oh, I'm holding it down. Hey, Dead Fred, man. We're gonna bring you out to chat, man. I want people to see who you really are and hear a little bit about you, man. You're gonna have to come up here on this show one day. I said it today, and everybody else on here done heard me, man. You've been lurking too long on these chats, man.
Priscilla's funny. Oh, you gonna have Dead Fred?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get him up, man, because he lurked too much on here, man. I need to know who he is.
All right, Wyoming. We'll see you later, man.
Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you gonna have Dead Fred on live next or after Tip?
I don't know. I done already talked to some people. I'm trying to, get it. I got a little old list. I'm gonna squeeze him in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna squeeze him in there. It's a must. It is a must.
Yeah. Yo, man, your show. I gotta say though, man, your show is popping. Right now, and I believe it's still gonna be. Like, Is it possible in the near future? Are you
Thank you,
thinking?
Susan. Thank you, Susan.
Yeah, thank you, Susan. She said she leaving.
Yeah, she said she got to hit it.
All right, Susan. Bye, girl. Um, like, is there any possible chance you're going to change your time, like to earlier, or you going to stay at 11:30
Well,
Eastern?
I'm about to go back to my old facility where I used to work, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure. I'm not sure what schedule I'm actually be on there. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility that I will have to readjust some things.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Just like this slot here, I fell into this slot because I didn't want to step on any toes. But I know how serious some people take
Right.
this. But I know
Right.
God,
Right.
God makes a way. You know what I'm saying? You know,
That's right.
I would say at the beginning of my streams, I'm only shooting for 30 minutes, but I done had 2 hours in the last 2 or 3 streams because it just takes off.
Right.
You know.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna
Nah,
let
I
him.
totally understand.
I'm gonna let him guide that. I'm gonna let him direct that. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I'm super happy, man, that you asked me to be, you know, on your platform, man, because I really wanted to share with the community about who I am. You know what I mean? If there's any questions y'all got that y'all want to ask me, you know, feel free, you know, because this is why we're here today. You know what I mean? We're here because Big Tank Hank wanted me to let the community know more about me, you know. And again, I thank you a lot, man. I thank you a lot for having me on your show. You know, it means a lot to me.
Amen, dude. I'm like this. Everybody is somebody, and everybody deserves some time. You know, we
Absolutely.
see who's popular, who's popping. You know, people see them.
Right.
People see them. I'm not on a cloud hunt, so I don't need to ask this person to be on my show because
Mm-hmm.
people see them.
Yep.
They don't need me.
Absolutely.
They don't need me, and I'm not tripping. You know, I like I like to get people who might fall through the cracks. You know,
Right.
might fall through the cracks.
Right.
The fish fam. Is slightly clicky.
Yeah.
Fish fam, we are slightly clicky. So since I dabble in the clicks, you know, I know when somebody is not being seen by this click.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's obvious because I'm looking in on all kinds of, and I know when somebody is not part of the rotation.
Yeah. That's one thing, you know, like All in Tanks is such a young channel. You know, we just started this year. I think wait, what do you say? How have I not come across the scratches? Well, thanks a
Exactly.
lot, there, Brad.
Exactly. That's my point right there, bro. That's my point. You know,
Yeah,
everybody should be part of the rotation. Everybody should
absolutely.
have a chance, you know. Everybody got
Yeah,
good stuff, man. There's people I found out today that I've been talking to for months and they wouldn't even subscribe to me. And then I found one, they were been talking to me in my comments, sent me some stickers. And then I realized I wasn't even subbed to him. I didn't have no clue.
right, right. Because you think that you're sub to them. You know what I mean? Until
I'm
you
like, if
go
I'm
back,
talking
you'll be
to you,
like,
yeah. I'm
oh,
like, hold on, man. I'm not even subbed to
yeah.
you. Let me hit that
Yo, that
button.
happened to me a few times.
My fault. My
Yo,
fault. Let me hit that button.
it happened to me with who was it? Fish Room Fever and who else was the other one? Fish Room Fever. I forgot the other one, but I know exactly what you mean. You think, yeah, because you're talking to him or you're in a live and you think you're subscribed to him. I think the other one was Big J.
Okay.
Big J, that's the one. And now I had to go back. I was like, oh shit, oh my bad, I mean to curse, but oh snap, did I even subscribe to him? And then you go back and hit the sub button. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
So,
Most definitely.
now, I appreciate, definitely appreciate you having me on the show. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're here for, to share our story and share my story, and definitely this is a wonderful platform, man. Definitely grateful,
Amen.
man.
Amen. I'm putting I've been given charge of it, but it's not mine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a school bus.
I
This
hear
driver,
you.
he assigned to bus 21, but he's not going to the grocery store in 21. He's not going to, the LFS in bus 21. But
Right.
he's assigned to it. And he's got a lot of responsibilities attached to him and being assigned to that bus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like I got a lot of responsibilities, and I'm just trying my best, to live up to it. Big J, I see you. I see you.
Is that Big J in there?
Yeah, Big J.
I knew Big J was lurking. I knew he was still in there. He's a good dude too, man. I think he's in California.
Yeah, he's in California.
The true it does happen. That's why I love Tuber Notification on Facebook. I find great channels through there. Absolutely. And that's one thing, y'all. If you guys want to find new fish keepers, just go on that. Try to join that group. Just hit invite or whatever. What do? You go to join, and then you got to answer some questions or something.
On what?
To be a member of the Fish Tube.
Notifications?
Fish Tube notifications. Yeah.
No, you just like regular. I don't know if it even asked the questions. I'm trying to think. Did it ask any questions?
Yeah, I think you got to answer like 2 questions, and then they send
a tank or something.
Yeah, and then they send the invite, and then they got to send you the invite after you answer the questions.
Hey, young man, what's happening? What's happening?
Bye, Roxanne. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support, all the love and support. Hey, guys, this is my son right here, Octane Jr., a.k.a. Kiko. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Say what's up, y'all.
Is that Kiko? Is that Kiko?
That's
Kiko.
Yeah, he got a haircut. I got him a haircut.
Okay. I see you, young man. How you doing?
I stayed up.
He said, how you doing?
Good.
Hold on, he can't hear because I got my earbud. Hold on, let me take it out.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Hear it?
How you doing tonight? Yeah, you muted us. You hit the mute button. You hit the mute.
Oh,
there you go.
Can you hear me?
There you go. We can hear you now.
All right, cool. Yeah, he's supposed to be sleeping right now, but he came in. He came in with the cat. You know what I mean, and he can't go to bed. You can't go to bed.
Sophia turned on the light.
Oh, Sophia's still awake too?
No, she fell asleep to the light.
All right. Well, I gave you the opportunity to say hi to everybody, so. All right. So say bye to everybody. All right. Get your butt to bed. Yeah, you do. Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy.
You know, gotta love the babies. Mine not little like that no more, man. Oh, I don't know.
They getting big.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that, it's 50-50 at that point, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Word, man.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yo, what you think, man? Cause I'm getting tired, brother.
Oh yeah, man.
We gonna call it a night.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably hang around a little bit. I owe Bob a rodeo story. I'm trying to think of a good one I want to get.
You gonna stay on?
Yeah, I'm
after
gonna
this?
stay on. I'm gonna stay
All
on
right,
a little bit.
all right.
Then
I'm
again,
on what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take care of a couple things, but I'm gonna still stay on and support you.
all
Make
right,
sure
all
I'm in the
right,
chat.
all right
All right,
now,
brother.
all right.
Well, I just want to say, yo, Ozzy, thank you so much, Big Chang Hank. You know what
No
I
problem,
mean?
no problem.
And yo, check it out. I'm gonna start my live soon, brother. You know what I mean? My live's gonna be started soon. I just gotta find out a
Gotcha.
time slot, and a day, and then I'm all in. You heard?
Already.
So again, thank you for having me on the show. Peace out,
No
everybody.
problem, no problem, no problem,
I'll
no
catch you on
problem.
the flip side.
Hey man, you have a
All
good one,
right.
man. You have a good
Yeah,
one.
you too, brother. Thank you for having me.
No problem, no problem.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. Let me see, Bob. Let me think of a good one for you. Unfortunately, Bob, you know, like most of my stories, man, end in like tragedy, wrecks, and getting torn up and all kinds of stuff, man. But let me see what I can get for you. Okay, I remember. Let me see. This was rodeo PE, and yes, y'all, in college, if you go to a school where they have rodeo team, which I did, you have a class, rodeo PE. You show up to get a credit for it, just to actually practice your event. So I was a freshman, you know, I just got to Southwest Texas Junior College, you know, and I was a bull rider, you know, of meager means. The school that I went to, a lot of the kids there, you know, they had rich parents, and the kids started out in higher university settings, but couldn't keep their grades up. So in order to get their monies back, you know, scholarships and things like that, they would go to junior colleges. So this particular school, though, I wanted to go there. I found it in the catalogs. We could afford it. My ACT scores was good enough, so I wanted to be there. Now, with that being said, my bull spurs, the rowels on it that hooks the bull, they were from regular riding spurs. You know, I had rigged up this stuff, man, because I couldn't afford, you know, the real equipment. My bull rope was short. You know, the little tail on it would be like maybe 10 inches long when I'd finish tying, where usually you'd have 2 feet or more. All that to say, I'm setting up this scenario. So they pull a bull up for me, and this bull had to be the biggest bull I'd ever seen, and definitely was the biggest bull I'd ever been on. Standing in the chute, you could see this bull's head, back, butt, tail, everything out of the chute. Mind you, it's a platform. I'm standing on this platform that had to be itself 5 feet off the ground. So that means the bull standing up, his back was probably 6'4", 6'5", where normally you may be about 5 feet, 4 to 5 feet off the ground. This bull was a giant, man. So I'm standing up there, I have my little chaps on. That's the chaps that, you know, to cover your legs for protection. But, you know, some of them are pretty also. Mine were old and beat up. I'm standing up there, my legs are just shaking. They're just shaking in these chaps. But because of the way the chaps were made, the people didn't know I was terrified. But oh, they were shaking. Oh, this bull was huge. Man, he was huge. So I get in on the bull. You know, I make my tie. I slide down, you know, put my feet in position, you know, so I can lock the spurs in when they open the gate. I know it. They open the gate. This bull blows out. My rowels, they break loose. You have them to where they move just a little bit, you know, so you can adjust, but they don't turn all the way because you still have to keep a hold. Well, I had some pieces of clothes hanger wrapped in there, not a screw. So the clothes hangers broke because this bull was so strong. So now my rowels are turning. So they spinning. I don't have a good hold. My little bitty rope then squeezed down on my hand. The tail then got caught up in between my fingers. My feet come out. Mind y'all, it's not a real rodeo. We're at a school. So that means the clowns are actually other students or maybe even the instructor, and a dog. So I'm flapping around on this bull. People are running around trying to get me off of him. And all I can think of is it's over. I'm done for. This bull takes a turn, lifts me up, drops me down in this deep, 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 deep dirt. The dirt was so deep, I think it made me disappear in it. When I came up out of it, the bull was coming straight for me. This dog comes through, and gets the bull's attention, pull the bull away from me. I'm running to the chute. They open the gate for me to come and get in. I get hit by the gate. I'm knocked back out into the dirt. The bull's still coming. The dog, though, is doing real good. The dog pulls the bull away. I get into the chute, and I'm still alive to tell the story today. But I told you, all of my stories, man, for the most part, are me getting wrecks and things like that. Because you notice I'm sitting here talking to y'all. I didn't turn professional because I had a hectic time riding bulls, but I loved it. I really did. I really did. Y'all, I'm a uber aggressive person in here, but I've learned to temper it well. I love MMA, boxing, pardon me, but back when people used to fight animals, I don't want to get too deep into that, but when I was younger, I just love to see, maybe that's why I even have betters now. I don't do anything like that with them, but I think that's how my original interest came into play with betters, because where they came from and what they used to be used for. Just like I love pit bulldogs because of how they look, the strength, and the personality and all of that. Because of what they used to be, I still have an interest in the particular breeds. But yeah, I have a few stories. Some of the stories, though, if you want some exciting stories, I'd have to tell them. Tell stories about other people that I know. Because my stories, oh my God, you'd be like, why did I waste my time even getting on bulls? Yeah, Danikin, I forgot you was making it. You was making it home today, man. Glad you made it home. Glad you make it home. You said how glad you're gonna be to sleep in your own bed. Wake up next to the missus. That's a blessing. There's nothing better than that. I'm here to tell you. I don't know if I can make it a month out like that myself, though. And my wife probably wouldn't even let me get out a month. I'd look up and she'd be getting off a bus somewhere or out of an Uber, wherever I am, after probably about 2 or 3 days. And good night, man. Good night. Get you some rest. All right, y'all. I think I done been on here taking up y'all's night, a little long. It was a wonderful stream. I really enjoyed it. I thank y'all for hanging in here with us tonight. I hope to be able to doing this for, a long time coming. Dead Fred, I see you down there. Remember what I told you. Next week, I'll announce it now. Tiffany, the second half of All In Tanks is going to be on the stream. And Dead Fred, she offered to let you sit in there with her so we can find out who you are. If you show up in the stream, I'm going to drop the link down so you can come up. If it's just for a little short time, I want you to come up, man, and, introduce yourself to the people. No, that dog, his name was Cowboy. And Cowboy had a real bad attitude. I don't think the bulls would even mess with Cowboy. He was a red heeler cow dog. And he had a bad attitude, man. Oh, he had a bad attitude. He didn't even like too many people. Thank you for coming, Miss Powers. You have a good night tonight. Also, sleep tight. I believe in it, man. I believe in it. Smile, smile, smile. You have to show yourself friendly in order to have friends. Smile, man. Show yourself, where people can come in, open up. Don't be closed up. Because you see the way I look anyway. If I was like this all the time, I couldn't reach people. People wouldn't give me a time of day, and I had to learn to open up. I already look menacing enough. Open up. God bless you. Let's see. He said he's with it, Tiffany. He said he's with it. So it's a plan. It's a plan, y'all. Y'all gonna find out next week who Tiffany Rose is, and you're gonna see who's behind the crown of Dead Fred. Thank you for coming through, Peaceful Aqua. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure Tiffany appreciates you for that there, Bob. Thank you. Mrs. Habercorn, thank you for coming through. Playgirl still in existence, Ozzy? I didn't even think they still had that. You too, buddy. Thank you for coming through, man, and working this thing out for me, man. Thank you for your dedication. I appreciate you very much. Keep them videos coming, man, because for this stream, I checked out your most recent one. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right, all right, all right. All right, y'all. That's it. Show somebody some love. When somebody do something for you, you don't have to necessarily do whatever it is back to them. Pass it on to the next person. Show love every chance that you get. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.